Kaido has been cut. What's up, man? How you doing, y'all? I don't actually believe in ZKK. This title's clickbait, so you can dip. But we finna see what Zoro does to Kaido anyways. Regardless. We gotta find the chapter. We'll see, man. We'll see how close to ZKK it is. Alright, chapter 1001. Decisive battle of monsters on Onigashima. The stage is set at Onigashima. The battle intensifies. Volume 98 will hit the shelves February 4th up in Japan. Jellyfish. You shitty brat. Roll. You shitty brat. Even after getting your ass beat. You're still saying that the voice of Emperor resounds from the roof. You're still saying you become the Pirate King. Even after getting one shot, how dare you? That attack damaged me. Dang it, Kaido. That actually damaged him. Is that the hockey he learned from the old man in Wano? Oh, dang, Zoro don't know about that hockey? Is Mihawk a fraud confirmed? Is Mihawk a fraud confirmed? Is Mihawk a fraud confirmed? He's asking that question, but that doesn't exactly mean that he doesn't know that hockey himself. What was the hockey just now? Dang, kid. This was your chance. I can't believe a punch actually damaged Kaido. Fa. This battle's not lost after all. I'm not going to let it slide this time, sis. Does a brat like that eat like you? What the freak? Ad? A random virus ad popped up. Oh yeah, let me post the link to the chat. People definitely probably ain't gonna want to go to the link. I'm on the a bad translation. Anyways, let me go to yeah, let me go to that. Give me a new vacuum. Oh yeah, this Naruto shirt is not disrespecting One Piece. I just still haven't got me a One Piece shirt, even though I should have got one for Christmas, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Anyways, oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, that's the link I'm on. If y'all want to go to that, anybody want to go to that? This official translation. Was that the hockey from the old man? What was that hockey just now? You can hurt Kyle with physical blows? Yeah, kid doesn't know about it all. Dang, kid. This was your chance. Fa. Then we have a chance to win. Let me just say one thing, Grit. Do you have any idea what it means to be the king of the pirates? Mama. What happened after I destroyed him in Kuru? He had protagonist training that made him 10 times stronger, 1,000 times more strong than he should be. There are only a scat few capable of fighting me. Luffy, low admiral level confirmed at least. He had the Pirate King jacket. This man just got skinnier all of a sudden. This man was looking buff at the beginning of Wano, but he just got skinnier again. I don't know what's going on with his body. I guess he could be justified with rubber. Do you have any idea what that means? Oh, I'm tripping. How high will your ceiling go? Hey, the ceiling and the people on the roof are top tier. Sanji, you know what I'm saying? He's topper tier, so that's why he's not on the roof. Straw Hat Dunder, he. Bagua. Like Ty said, man, the roof tier. Oh, Luffy got hit by it again in base form. But he's gonna get back up. Dang it, I was reading the future and everything. It's so fast. He still can. Very good, boy. You won't let the same one hit you head on twice. Oh, he dodged it to some level. Heavily Firefox style. Zoro kill Mama. Fire. Flame rend. Whoa. That's Kinemon's technique. Weenie top 5. Hey, I mean, Weenie cut Kaido, so Zoro's not technically top 5 just because he knows Weenie attack. He. So we'll see if he cuts Kaido. He, I stole it, Prometheus. Yawn. Don't lose focus for a single instant, Luffy. These are 2 Emperors of the Sea, huh? Shambles. Pop. Traffic. Hey, Straw Hat. I just wanted to make one thing clear. I was already planning on. He just probably doesn't want to be a subordinate. I was already planning on, even though he already a Straw Hat. He might as well just join the Straw Hats or something, or join the Straw Hat Grand Fleet, because this crew is sucky. No offense to this crew. Beppo finna be strong in the character front. But until that happens, his crew kind of sucky. No offense. I was already planning to move to Samurai below, huh? But then you said traffic, send them all down below. That made it sound like I was following your orders. Who cares how it sounds? Same difference. Isn't that right, Strafar? You're Straw Hat henchman now. I would never. Look, it's no skin off my back. Which of you 2 losers wants to follow the other? What? Burn them down, Prometheus. Kid got jokes and knows no Ryu, so I don't want him talking shit. This man doesn't know anything about the attack. He doesn't know anything about Ryu. I don't want to see Kid. I don't want to see Kid talking shit. Yes, ma'am. Heavenly bonbons. Okay, then whoever reacts to these first is the loser. I'm not playing that game, you idiot. See, coming up with stupid contests like that is why you guys are so small time. That's fine. I guess you're just losers then. See if I can get up in view. Oh, then these goofy multi faces. It's pretty funny. Make sure that's closed up. It's my peels. What am I taking pills for? You know, it's to help with these bumps. These bumps be pretty bad. You know what I'm saying? I don't stress over it, but taking these pills for like a month and afterward, probably be off of me, feel me. But anyways, what are you trying to accomplish? They all reacted. Did they fall on the ground? Oh, he put his bandana on. He lost his melatonin though, so the bandana doesn't mean as much. Get back, Lillian. I want to just like Robin lost melatonin. Lost her melatonin. Get back, Lillian. I want to see what they can do. Again, you just can't help yourself, can you? Almost said he was telling his woman what to do, but I forgot their brother and sister. That destroys that shit. Don't get in my way, Heater Kiru, Kama. Just call him Killer. You don't hear many people with that laugh that weird. Fuh. He has a smile for his fault. It's kind of messed up. If I was using my Punishers back then, you would be dead right now, Zolo. It literally says Zolo Joro. Roar. The outcome would have been the same. Yeah, they both just, talking. There's no confirmness. I could easily use this moment to troll Zoro fans. But in all seriousness, there's no confirmness about the fact of who won. I mean, who would have won? So, resource out, purgatory. I'm I'm probably gonna start trolling the Zoro fans and the Santi fans, bro. Just both sensitive peeps of the community. I'm a Santi and Zoro fan now, but they can be sensitive. And just to have it even out, you know what I'm saying? But it depends on what mood I'm in. Like I trolled Sanji at the beginning of the chapter, the whole roof thing. I just trolled Zoro a little bit. And depending on what he does to Kaido, I'm finna troll him. Or hype him up. But I'm not gonna overhype him. Three sword style purgatory. Oni girl. Is that blood? I can't tell. Why did Oda draw it like this? It looks like blood. Like little blood droplets. Okay, so he scratched Kaido a little bit. Which makes sense because Kimo was able to hurt Kaido with Ryu because Ryu's just plot hacks. And Luffy was able to harm Kaido a little bit. He's like, dang, why did he damage me? So that makes sense right there. Beheading claws. Oh. Well done. Got at least this Emu a bit more. You know, I seen this panel on Twitter. I seen a couple people talk about this on Twitter. This is the only thing in the chapter I have seen. I seen something about him because I seen on Twitter. I seen something about him with this emu thing. And I've stated this before. People hate when I say this because they're like, oh, you just defended Sanji. I meant Raise 2 is a power up. But in my opinion, I also think Emu is a power up. But of course, you know, he does have to actually train for it. But it is, I think Zoro's swords are to a level of power up, you know, because of the fact that he gets a stronger sword all the time. It'll be one day if like he kept his same sword since the beginning of the story and he got this strong, that would really truly make Zoro just the goat, you know. But the fact of the matter is that I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm bugging. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the fact of the matter is a stronger sword than the one he had before, right? And even he has a channel Ryu drew it to make it stronger. There's still a level of the fact that it does seem to enhance his attacks to a certain level. Now, to me, on some level, it's confirmed. He says I have to release this Emu more. He doesn't say I need to learn to control my Ryu more into the sword to make the sword more powerful. He said I need to release the Emu more, which is almost like, I guess that's the same thing, kind of. It's kind of the same thing, huh? It's both like a power up and it's also not a power up. It's weird. Because it's a power up because it is making him stronger. But he also has to learn to make it stronger in a way. It's kind of like Super Saiyan. Well, no. It's Super Saiyan bargain sale. It's going to be a Ryu bargain. I thought it was going to be a Ryu bargain sale. So I guess I got to give credit to Oda on that one. You know what I'm saying? On some level, you know, it does kind of suck that Kid doesn't have Ryu. It is kind of sad to see. But yeah. Or at least the form Ryu. Because isn't there different forms of Ryu? I'm tripping. I don't really remember. And this, I ain't gonna call him out. I ain't gonna say the name, but this dude in my server who's been like begging me to react to the chat so we could talk, and he's nowhere to be found. So yeah. But scratch that. So it is confirmed to power up to me. But you know, Oni girl, beheading claw. Yeah, okay. So it looks like some blood droplets over there by Zoro, some blood droplets over there by Killer. Or he said, ugh. Or did it do nothing? I can't tell, bro. It did something, but he's smiling. So that's weird. Okay, so I guess it's just because Luffy damaged him more, right? So Luffy damaged him more. That's funny though. Kyle's laughing at Zoro's attack. Zoro killed Kyle, looking kind of iffy. Looking kind of iffy. I knew he was gonna cut him this easily, bro. There was no way. I don't hear the argument. Oh well, it's because he doesn't know how to use his sword. I'm like, ugh. So if Zoro goes back to his weaker swords and Imu, he's gonna all of a sudden be able to cut Kyle. That sounds like BS to me. I'm gonna finish this all at once. Cuff, cuff. Punk, rotten. Gear 4, room, come. Oh, this is dope. Oh, kid. Oh, that's a dope. Oh, that's a dope. Oh, that looks cool. That looks cool. He may not have Ryu, but that does look cool. That's a cool. It's like a mecha, bro. if Luffy wasn't in serious mode, I know he would be like fanboying with Chopper. Like, you know how they is. Wait, is half the page cut off? What's going on? Nah. And Claw's just over there, and the debris falling out. Law's just sitting there. He got the cake too. They might as well be monsters on their own right. Oh, he's hyping them up. We know you got tough skin, but can it save you from being crushed and compacted? Okay, well that's not gonna hurt him. That debris is not gonna hurt him. Gum Gum, I will go straight inside the body to deliver a surgical death. Oh, he's using shambles. Kung Gun, Punk Rock. Oh, Kyle's actually shook. Kyle's actually shook from that. Vice. Don't lose focus for a single. Don't lose focus for a single instant, Luffy. These are two Emperors of the Sea, huh? Shambles. This is gonna be fire in the anime, bro. Traffic. Hey, Straw Hat. I just wanted to make one thing clear. I was already planning to move to Samurai Below, huh? But then you said, hold up. What the heck? Oh, I missed it. Did I miss it? Wait, hold up. Wait a second. Did I miss it the first time? No, wait. I'm confused. Hold on. I think I accidentally went back up. Wait, what the heck just happened? Did something just happen? What just happened? I think I just. Oh, okay. I got lost of track for a sec. Okay, that's weird. So what are you trying to accomplish? Get back, Lennon. I want to see what they can do. 555. Bro, what is going on? I might need to go to another link. This link is a little iffy right now. It looks like I don't know if it's some of my phone or what, but it looks like the page is half up. Alright, so we finna go to this other one. I can follow a bit more easier too, I think, on this. TVC scans. Okay. So here we go. Punk Vice. He tried to smash Kaido. Pause. Tech. Mama, mama. Roar. Oh, they're just laughing at their attacks. They're just laughing at them. Roar. It's such a shame to have to kill you all. They literally did nothing, bro. But it can't be helped. Once you're dead, we'll take everything you. Oh, did they just destroy it? Kids, dang. We'll take everything you have. Your friends, your treasure, all will be ours. You guys have poneglyphs too, don't you? I can't wait to get my hands on them. Oh, these ads popping up on this website, though. That's a probably problem. Down horrendous right now. Down horrendous. Yo, Cat, I'm reading the chapter right now, though.
Cool.
But yeah. Okay, where was I at? Oh my god, this link is messing up so much. I'm having such technical difficulties with these links. Like 2 pages were gone. Okay, so here we go. Your friends, your treasure, rah, 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 rah. All of it would be ours. Your pointless. You guys have pointless too, don't you? I can't wait to get my hands on them. The victor of this battle will take a massive step toward becoming the Power King, an inevitable flash. One Piece will be on break next week, of course, of course. So yeah, man. That was pretty cool. That was actually pretty cool. I don't know what else to say on it besides good on Oda for not making Zoro just instantly Zoro kill Kaido, you know. Uh he's gonna have some struggle. Like I figured, I don't know why people thought Zoro was just gonna all of a sudden just be just cutting up Kaido like some tomatoes. Um he saw the community, he was like, I'm gonna make it seem like I'm finna have it happen. I'm gonna make Zoro say I'm finna cut Kaido. I'm finna kill Kaido. I'm finna troll these people. And look what happened. He just lasted off his attacks. But anyways, besides the Zoro trolling, Zoro was dope in this chapter. You know what I'm saying? Um is a little disappointing kid that doesn't seem like he has Ryu, but it is kind of good at the same time in a weird way because it's not like the Super Saiyan bargain sale. That's what Vegeta had called it. Um, he had called it Super Saiyan bargain sale because like everyone's getting Super Saiyan. So Ryu's not going to become the Super Saiyan bargain sale. So it's actually kind of a good thing that he doesn't have Ryu on some level. Oh, I wish he did. You know, I wish it was more of a thing where it's like all the supernovas had Ryu, and then it was just some of the scavengers who didn't. But whatever. I guess it's like a Wano Pacific technique too, so that's the thing with that.
I highly doubt that.
Huh?
I highly doubt that it's Wano specific.
No, I'm saying like I'm not just saying only people in Wano have it. I'm saying it's like originated in Wano. And it's like something that's like you really truly only like it's probably only like a few people around the world who know it, but like there's a bunch of people you could probably learn from in Wano or something like that. Like
I mean,
it's like I don't know if you'll call it, but it originates from Wano or something on that level.
I just look at it as, you know,
Don't ask why I'm eating random crackers without anything else to it.
I wasn't going to say anything. The way I look at the whole Rio thing is it's literally just the same situation as Mantra in Skypiea. It's just a different name for it, and the other thing too is the samurai don't really know what haki is. Like, just like they don't know what devil fruits are,
Yeah.
they know it's some kind of a power that manifests from within themselves. But instead of calling it haki, they call it flowing sakura, aka Ryu. Or Rio, or however you pronounce it.
Yeah.
So I don't believe that it originated in Wano. I just think it's one of those things where different countries in the One Piece world, depending on where they are, might have different names. Might have different names for abilities than other parts of the world. That's what I think it is.
That's a good point. I was going to ask, how do you feel about the power scaling in this chapter?
You mean amongst the five? I guess we'll just call them
in general the power scale.
referring to the five supernovas. In this fight,
I mean, just in general, bro. Just the power scale in this chapter. How you feel about it? In a weird way, I actually am fine with it on some level more than I was last chapter.
Well,
and I think it's because of the fact that last chapter had me have a fear that Luffy. Okay, so Luffy had a huge jump, right?
Yeah.
But it's still on a certain level to where it's like obviously Kaido would beat him 1-on-1 from what
Yeah.
it seems.
Oh yeah.
So that's a bit better because it was like he really had put Kaido onto the ground. I knew Kaido wasn't gonna come up being like half a limb gone and missing 12. Wait, I almost said 12 toes. Who has 12 toes? missing a foot. Half a horn gone. Reverted back to a fish. I knew it wasn't gonna be nothing like that. But it still was a bit like, no, what are we doing? He's a Yonko. Why are you having him be done like this? And why is Luffy this strong this early? And I was scared that this was gonna go into a average shonen route of where the main character becomes ridiculously strong for no reason. Like it's just like at the beginning he gets destroyed by Kyle, and now he's gonna just be just this god tier character just because Oda wants to finish the story so fast, or he wanted to do something hype for chapter 1000. Although I think there's 100 other things he could have done better for chapter 1000. Which I don't even think we really got into that because of the fact that I had a whole rant last time, and let me make sure I don't do that again. I had a whole rant on chapter 1000, but yeah, man. As much because it's like it takes all the supernovas to go against them. They still haven't really scratched them. I mean, I think it might be a little bit of blood that Zoro and Killer did. I think it's a small cut that Zoro and Killer gave Kaido, but I don't think it's nothing bigger than that.
See, I'm gonna say one of the things I really liked about this chapter is that it brought back Kaido's, what's the word I want to use? It brought back or it got rid of basically I feel like this chapter shut the naysayers up, who were saying that because of the scabbards being able to cut Kaido and all this stuff, that it meant that he and I guess technically I would be one of those naysayers because I honestly thought that was kind of ridiculous, but that no longer mattering at this point. When I saw this chapter, I was happy to see that through this chapter, Oda was basically saying, oh no, Kaido is still top dog here.
That's what was great, man. It was like, yes, bro. And that's why I disagree with the point of I truly, I know you probably a lot of people disagree, but I don't think Oda actually does hate Sanji, bro. And I know this has nothing to do with Sanji, but I don't think he loves Zoro so much more than Sanji. I just don't think so because the fact that he could have easily had Zoro really just hurt Kyle like crazy, and he might end up doing that. But at least for now, he realistically. What's up?
I was gonna say I don't think he's gonna do that. I don't think he's gonna have Zoro do what the hardcore Zoro fans want him to do.
They stand, bro.
Because and I'm not trying to be a pompous jerk when I say this, but who's always on the front cover ahead of every other character on the One Piece volumes, and whose image is shown?
Luffy.
Exactly. It's Luffy's story more so than anybody else's. And
this nigga spitting.
I mean, Oda is not going to have Zoro outclass Luffy ever. It's just never going to happen.
And by the way, I like Zoro, by the way, but I'm just saying, bro. It's like I was worried, man. I was worried that Oda was putting pull some BS. I already thought it was BS with Luffy. I was like, Zoro don't need to be doing this BS either.
Yeah. See, it is obviously clear that Luffy and Zoro are much stronger than they were at the beginning of Wano. But I still don't think it's even remotely close to being enough to beat Kaido because I still believe there's still a massive gap
You think they're finna
between
lose?
unless Marco and some other heavy hitters get involved in this fight as well. Yes, they should lose because the gap between the Yonko, and we kind of saw this when Big Mom basically grabbed Marco and
Oh
treated him like he was
no! Oh,
her.
I'm sorry, dude, to cut you off, but I just died something that'd be bad.
What?
I'm just dating it back to this is the same way we felt about Luffy versus Katakuri.
Yeah, but the Katakuri thing that was more so headcanon. Um, it was
Not really,
never
bro.
actually.
It looked like the same. It looked like Luffy had no way of winning, and it was like people was gonna say, "Well, Luffy's finna lose this."
No, it's all right.
Not
If
different.
Oda,
It's really not different. Just because they're Yonko, it's really not different.
it should be, and if it's not different, then I'm gonna
We
drop the
think it
series.
should. We think it should be because we also thought it should be because the guy was the first commander, but it wasn't.
If it's not that case, then I'm gonna drop the series.
It's not gonna be that case, bro. I don't feel like it is.
Cause look,
I don't want it to happen, but I really don't feel like it's gonna be that case because we said the same. Everyone said the same thing. No, pretty much no one thought Luffy was being Kakarot. Straight up.
but he never did. See,
Well, yeah, it's
people
2021 going to that too much, but
people keep forgetting the fact that if Katakuri did not injure himself, and Luffy didn't have plot armor because of being the main character, he would have been dead.
yeah, but
Here's the thing, though. Here's the difference. There was never an instance in which Katakuri one-shot Luffy. Never an instance. With Kaido, he uses what's most likely his weakest named attack, and in one shot, he's done. That's a huge difference between the likes of Katakuri and Kaido and Luffy and Luffy and Kaido, and even in this chapter,
so I might have been confused a little bit. Was it Luffy? Was he like dodging the attack, or did he like take it?
he dodged the attack to avoid a lot of the damage, but Kaido was still too fast for him to completely avoid it. That's why he still got hit.
Right. Okay.
Because I mean, we all remember how
He was on your base form too, so that's Luffy's definitely stronger.
like we all remember how Kaido literally speed blitzed
Yeah,
him.
I remember that. I remember that. You can go back to your point though. I just need to ask that real quick. I was a little bit confused.
I believe, and I could be wrong here, but I've been thinking for a while now that Kaido is the type of combatant to allow his opponents, well, maybe not all of his opponents, but to allow opponents that he hasn't gone up against before to get hits off on him. And then as the fight goes on and he notices that his opponent is stronger than he realizes, then he starts kicking it up a notch as well.
I don't think that's the case. I mean, okay, so I halfway think that's the case, right? I think he sees how strong they are, right? And if he sees they're not strong enough, that's when he just decides to defeat them. Because we gotta remember, Kaido does want to die, but then he only wants to die to someone who like is strong enough.
I see him as Kenpachi from Bleach.
You get what I'm saying?
I do.
Okay.
I see him as Kenpachi from Bleach, where he will only use so much of his strength until you prove to him that you can actually damage him. Then he starts getting excited, and if you start to prove that you can do more, it's basically like how do I put this? It's basically like, and this actually ties into something else that I believe. I don't think that Kaido has been using haki because he hasn't felt it necessary to use it yet. And maybe
to be honest though, that would be kind of hard to tell. Like even in the anime, that would be hard to tell because the fact that the Bagua is black.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Unless like they used the shoot, my camera fuzzied out.
It would make the most sense if that was maybe armaments.
Oh damn, bro. So you still hear me?
I can still hear you.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna turn my camera off because my camera froze.
Oh, that sucks, man.
I'm done my reaction anyways. I could just talk. I'm just talking
Yeah.
anyways now, so I really don't
But,
even need it.
yeah, the way I look at Kaido is that he's basically still got his self-imposed limiters on to some extent, and as the fight continues, he'll use more and more power as he sees, that maybe things aren't what he initially thought. Like, I view him as a character that actually he'll take on anybody, and if they can prove to him that they can damage him, then he, turns the dial up a little bit. And if they, continue being capable of damaging him as he's turning the dial up, then he'll turn it up even more and more and more until it gets to the point to where he's using his full strength. And the reason why I believe this is because it seems as though when he's fighting somebody that he doesn't think is a really serious threat, and when I say a really serious threat, I mean when he's going up against somebody who proves that they can hurt him, he's still going to fight them in what I guess we would refer to as his base mode. Because as we all know, there hasn't been a single Zoan yet who hasn't had a full beast transformation and a half beast. Now, maybe that won't be the case, but until that's confirmed, I'm going to assume that every Zoan has a hybrid form. Because Marco did, even though it didn't look like a traditional hybrid form. So I'm going to assume that Kaido transforming into his I'm just going to call it a dragon form. We know it's not the dragon fruit, but, it still looks a lot like a dragon and mostly acts like a dragon, so.
You calling it his fishy dragon?
You could call it that, yeah. The fact that he turned into his dragon form, to me, is his way of saying, okay, so you could beat me. What in the world?
Kaido's coming. Kaido's coming.
Oh. But
You scared, bro, Kaido?
no.
Yo, Cat Curry running scared. How would Cat Curry do against Kaido? You losing one, take one
Oh
attack.
yeah, he definitely losing one hit. I don't look. I know I call myself a Katakuri fan, but there's a difference between being a fan and being a fanboy. Being a fan means you like a character,
Talk
but
to him.
you're not so biased as to think that the character you're a fan of can do everything. You're not so biased as to think that the character that you like can beat anybody and handle anybody just because you like them. If I was a Katakuri fanboy, I might believe that Katakuri could take on Old Man Whitebeard, which is ridiculous.
Well, I mean, apparently Crocodile used to go against him.
Yeah, but
Apparently.
I mean, I don't mean to disrespect Crocodile, but really, man, the same old man who was doing all we saw him doing at Marineford, and you expect me to believe that Crocodile, who I don't even put on the same level as Aka Inu or the Admirals, is going to do something to him? I mean,
this goes into an idea that I had just now. Yeah, like what are some characters doing against other characters with prep time? We could have like a whole video on that some other day, maybe because there's a lot of videos I say I won't do now. But anyway, you know.
Um, that is a good point. I mean, it is true that certain devil fruits are better suited to going up against other devil fruit abilities, and there's probably even pure hockey using fight combat. There's probably even pure hockey combatants who have better matchups with other characters. I mean,
You heard what I said? Prep time?
yeah, yeah, I did hear. I did hear what you said.
Okay.
It's just there haven't really been that many instances of prep time, with the exception of the
Usopp
attempted.
versus Luffy.
Yes, that, and I would also say to
So
some.
Usopp crazy. I mean, to be fair, Usopp's like very smart. And
Yeah, I would honestly make the argument that he probably is as smart as Frankie. It's just they specialize in two different types of what's
fields,
the yes,
fields.
they have two different types of skills, but I don't think one is more intelligent than the other.
I would kind of say more of fields than skills, but
Yeah, Frankie is more so an engineer and roboticist. Is more into engineering and robotics, and Usopp is more of a craftsman.
well,
And
yeah, they're kind of similar in a way. But
I see Usopp more as a weapon manufacturer, and Frankie's just doing his robot building thing.
yeah,
Like
my point with the whole Usopp being smart thing that was kind of my point of where I was going to say Usopp. You saw how crazy Usopp was with prep time,
yeah.
and you can't hear that stuff in the background, can you?
No, I can't hear anything in the background.
Okay, that's good. I'm just making sure because I don't want people on stream to be hearing that. Um, it's a long story, but yeah. Well, my point of what I was saying was I was going to say we saw how good Usopp was going against Luffy with prep time, but to be fair, Usopp is also smart. Um,
Well, I mean,
but
yeah.
that's kind of my idea. Where it's like I was like, ooh, well, they really messed up because I know they're like trying to be super cool pirates and stuff, and trying to be like, oh, I don't take orders for anyone, but they probably should have all had prep time, like Luffy, Law, Kid. They should have had like a whole talk where it's like a whole battle strategy, in place, and because I don't
Well,
know they did that right. They just went up there and they're kind of just going off of instinct, with each other, right? Like,
right. Which I mean, it's surprising for Law to have that mindset, but definitely not for Kid and Luffy, because those two are both knuckleheads. I mean, let's be honest. Those two are the type of characters who,
yeah,
if
that would have actually elevated Kid though. Like if Kid was like, usually I try to not go in while I fight, but this man Kyle destroyed me once, and I don't want to. I don't, and I want to be able to save Kid or something. So I'm gonna make a plan this one time. You know what I'm saying? That would be kind of interesting. But
I mean, it would be, but I mean, Kid is very much so a hothead,
I know he's a
and
hothead, but that's kind of the problem with One Piece on some level. Characters are only one thing. Just
uh,
because a hothead doesn't mean they can't be smart. Like, you know what I'm
it's
saying?
it's also the case that Kid is super arrogant. I mean, let's think about this, right?
I mean, it's also cases of shonen, I guess.
I mean, Luffy, yes, he was very arrogant and got one shot by Kaido, and he was consumed with his rage. But what did he do in that prison? He started
Right.
trying to perfect and learn a skill that could give him some semblance of an edge for when he fights Kaido again. And he's the only one, which I will say it is a little odd to me that Luffy's the only one that's I mean, I guess the only one of the five that's capable of using it, at least at this point. But that being said, so far every time Kid attacks, he's always using a mech arm that he's formed from scrap metal. And I'm not saying you can't necessarily use Rio through an attack like that, but for the most part, Rio seems to be a skill that's used through like a melee attack or a sword slash, or maybe even a blunt weapon. So maybe it's just that kid's been fighting using his devil fruit power for so long that maybe he just never was a hand-to-hand combatant. Maybe he's just always used his devil fruit so much that he kind of became too
The
reliant. Maybe he just
kid doesn't need to be a genius or anything, but you do get what I'm saying, though, right? Just in general, how like these characters don't have to be one thing, you know.
Oh, I get that. Yeah, I get
Like
that.
I'm trying to think of an example. Maybe you can think of an example that a character that's a hothead, but they could also be like intelligent, like they can also think when they need to or something.
I also feel like maybe
What's an example of a character like that you can think of,
in what, in general or in One Piece?
just in general?
You mean a character who will use
They're overall hothead, but they can actually use their intelligence, you know.
well, one that comes to mind, and maybe he wouldn't necessarily be considered a hothead, but when you piss him off, you're pretty much dead. Uh, First one that comes to my mind is Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, he is. He's not Zephyr. He's more of the stoic type character.
True, but he does have his tendencies where he gets furious. Um,
Yeah, I don't think he's an example. I think let me try to think.
oh,
Maybe
well, I
you.
can't. I was gonna name one, but he's from a series you haven't seen yet, so I won't
I don't
mention
care,
him.
dude. I just name one.
Edward Elric.
Oh yeah, he's definitely the case. Yeah, I haven't watched the series, but I know about Edward. Like he gets mad about the whole short thing, and he's like kind of like a Napoleon, but he's like also very intelligent with like his
Mm-hmm.
alchemy and plan. He plans and fights, right?
Yeah, I would say so. It's been a long time since I've seen Brotherhood. I really need to rewatch it again, but I would definitely say that. Um, but I thought you were talking about like characters in One Piece who are
I mean, we
planners.
are talking about One Piece, but I was just saying to say an example so we could talk about how like, dude, I don't know, bro. Listen, I was just saying an example for the fact of these characters don't have to be one thing, and a lot of times they are.
You mean one dimensional, or they just seem to be one track mind.
Yeah, I wasn't really going on a rant really about kid. I was just trying. I was just saying, just in general, that just because kids are hothead doesn't mean that they can't have like a plan where it's like kids like, well, I feel like I'm weak or something, or I feel like I'm unmanly going in without a plan, but I don't want to, I want to be able to save Killer, and so I'm going to make a plan so I can survive. That would have been interesting as heck. That would have made Kid much
Yeah,
interesting, but that's just kind of me though. You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of me
but
in my
I guess
how I. That's probably something I would write, but that's just kind of how I kind of write stories where characters aren't because he probably just wants kid to just be that that hothead one liner, just I don't know, rough type character, and I guess kid did have his more softer moment like in the prison when he was thinking about how he was thinking about Killer and what happened with Killer. So yeah,
I mean, I guess the way I look at it too is, to me, Kid seems to be pretty much fearless. Doesn't look like anything scares him. I mean, okay, maybe I wouldn't say that nothing scares him, but he himself being in danger does not seem to be something that would scare him. He might be angry after, like when if you take his arm, for example, he might want revenge on you. But I don't.
yeah.
I see him as basically being fearless. So the way I'm looking at this thing with Kaido is, it is
Man,
true that
I forgot what that quote was, but it was some quote or something. from some character. They was like, I plan ahead not because I'm afraid to die, but just because I just don't want to.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, though, I mean, what amount of planning would really help them out in this kind of situation? I mean, I,
You making so many excuses, bro, for them not to plan ahead.
I'm just saying, I don't think any amount of planning would make this fight any easier, unless Hawkins and
I
other
mean,
people
they
were to
don't
get
know that
involved
though.
too.
They don't know that.
Well, they don't, but
We know
I
that.
mean,
Well, actually, we don't know that. We're just assuming that they're not going to win. I
it
feel
would
like they are going to win
to
because
me
of
it would be absolutely ridiculous for them to
I don't
win.
think they should win, but I think they are going to win because of the fact that Luffy should have won against Cat, and the fact that Oda's trying to wrap up the story, and the fact that he's obviously trying to betray Luffy as he kind of was like, "What? I can't believe it. Are you saying you're on their level?" And it's like you see the Yonko in the background.
I just I would be so disappointed with that I probably would take a long hiatus because that to me would just be bad writing. Like
I mean, once again, bro, you don't have to like something to realize it's probably going to happen. You feel me?
no, I don't have to like something, but I at least want
No,
something
no,
to make sense
you
to
get what
me.
I'm saying?
I do, but I at least want something even if I don't like it to make sense to me. And that would not make sense to me. I mean,
I'm not okay. So Oda doesn't care about what makes sense to us, bro. Listen, what I'm saying is we don't have to like something to accept that as a possibility to happen because of the fact that how we know how Oda writes. If you get what I'm saying.
I mean,
So it's like I get what you coming from though. You're like I don't even want to put that in the air. You
okay.
know what I'm saying? I don't even want to. I don't even
Here,
want to put that in the air. I don't want to even say that is a possibility. But I mean, I think it is a very
all right.
possibility. They do win against Big Mom and Kaido, but it's a situation where it's like
Definitely not both of them at the same time. Heck no. Um, defeat one of them? Okay, that's more reasonable. But both of them at the same time? All five of
yeah,
them?
it probably won't be both of them, but I feel like they're going to at least defeat one of them. Not
Okay,
because I
so
exactly want them to, but because I just feel like it's going to happen.
I'm gonna come in the middle and in the middle with you and give you what to me would be a reasonable way for Luffy and them to beat Kaido. All right. So we know how when Luffy was going up against Katakuri, they had that flashback scene where Rayleigh said something about Hockey Bloom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's say that as they keep fighting Kaido, Luffy maybe has another flashback, and it's the rest of that conversation where Rayleigh says, the stronger the opponent, the more of an increase you will obtain from that blooming effect. So if you're up against somebody like Kaido, the bloom is going to be way more significant than it was against Katakuri. So let's say that happens, right? They're going up against him, all five of them encounter that bloom. And let's say that just like Luffy started to grasp future sight against Katakuri, let's say that Kid, Law, and Zoro start to manifest Rio via that in a similar situation, and now all five of them are taking Kaido on using Rio and getting stronger as they fight.
Hmm.
That is one way I could see that happening, where as the fight continues, their will to win and their will to survive just keeps getting more
You know,
more
I can kind
immense.
of see too. You know, I
What's
can
up?
kind of see too
Mm-hmm.
because of the fact that Luffy knows that Zoro copies Kinemon's attack. I can also see where it's kind of like a Goku situation where it's like they're such good fighters they can like see what the other's doing and like kind of incorporate that into their skill set.
Well,
Or maybe they're slowly kind of learn Ryu during the fight because they see how Luffy is using it.
And that's something that I was actually suspecting, because remember how, and this will make sense in a minute. Remember all the way back in Alabasta when Zoro cut Mr. One, and all Zoro says is he talks about the breath of all things, but he never says that he was taught it or that he mastered it. He just said that he heard about it while he was being trained by his sensei. That to me kind of says that Zoro is the type of fighter where he could see somebody use an ability, that's obviously not devil fruit related, and kind of figure out how it works by seeing it and then learn it on his own. And I mean, honestly, I actually had this thought today. Maybe the reason why Zoro doesn't have Rio is because he's going to learn it during this fight. And because armaments is his specialty, he's going to pick up on it a lot faster than Luffy did.
Huh.
Like
So wait, say that one more time.
Whatever. Where did you stop hearing me?
No, I was hearing you. I was hearing you, but just I had to process it. You said something about Zoro and Ryu.
What I was saying is, as this fight continues, maybe Zoro, through watching Luffy use it, can actually pick up on how it works and start doing it himself, which could tie into armaments being his specialty, because it would mean that, your hockey specialty might come second nature to you, whereas somebody else would actually have to put forth the effort to train it, like harder than you, right? Like
Maybe.
that to me would might actually be what the meaning of hockey specialty means, is that if it's your specialty, to you it comes as naturally as breathing,
Right.
but to others it's something they have to work at a little bit. So, and maybe it could tie into Enma. Maybe Enma, as he continues fighting and he kind of floods more hockey into Enma, maybe that struggle.
So is Emma a
And
power up now?
um I mean,
After
yes,
after release? Yes. Here we go.
I I would say yes, it is a power up, but it still has to grow with him.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But it is confirmed that it is a power up on some level because he says I gotta release more Emma.
I mean, I'd say the same thing for Gear 4. I mean, Gear 4, just like Enma, grows as Luffy's strength does. As Luffy gets better with his haki, that improves the strength he has in Gear 4, and obviously the time limit becomes smaller and smaller as
Yeah.
he uses it. So I guess I'd say that Enma is more comparable to Gear 4 than just being like a straight up.
Yeah, I know it's not a straight up power up, but it is pretty much confirmed. I was saying
Yeah.
that on some level it is a power up. Because when you get a sword, okay, so here's the thing. It's not even really hating on Zoro, but when you get a sword that's stronger than your last sword, that is stated to make your attack stronger on a certain level, even if you have to learn how to use that to like that,
Mm-hmm.
it's still kind of a power up in a way.
Oh yeah.
Because just imagine how crazy it would be though, right? If Zoro
Mm-hmm.
had his original sword that he had to begin the series, and he just got that strong to this day from that. Like I really would probably actually really be like, okay, Oda definitely likes Zoro more than Sandy if that was the case.
Right. Yeah.
But it is true that yeah, Zoro is very strong, but it is true that he does have swords that are stated to be stronger than the last sword. To me, at least, to my memory, I think I remember it'd be times where it's like he gets a new sword and it's stronger than the last one, right?
You know,
At least the black blades, right?
yeah, definitely. Are you watching a movie?
No, I told you, dude. I just had the Kaido themes in the background just to make the video more. Unless
Oh.
it's too loud or something. If it's too loud, I'll turn it off.
Well, no, it's not too loud. I was just wondering what that was in the background.
No,
Um,
it's Kaido's dragon. It's his dragon theme in the anime. They could have picked something more epic than this. I feel like some more like I don't know, dun dun, like some dark. I feel like.
there is something that I believe is going to happen. And you might think I'm crazy for what I'm about to say, but there is a part of me that believes that Zoro getting Enma, training with it, and now being part of the fight with Kaido is Oda's way of saying that this is going to be the point where Zoro gets the starts to get the final pushes he needs to eventually being capable of taking Mihawk on. Because think about
Oh,
this.
that was nothing I was gonna ask you. So is Mihawk a fraud now?
No, definitely not.
How's he not a fraud?
Oh, you mean because he wasn't mentioned by Kaido?
No, I'm not even talking about that. The fact that Zoro doesn't already know that technique that Luffy has.
Oh, well, the way I look at it is this. Um,
Although that is kind of fraudish too. I mean,
I
you
mean,
know,
I think it's more likely
I
that
guess Kaido hasn't fought Mihawk, maybe.
yeah, the whole thing with people saying if look, the reason why I think those what was it? 4? Hold on, I'm trying to remember how many it was. It was Rocks, Whitebeard, Shanks, and Rock. Wait, whoa. It was Odin. I'm sorry. How could I forget Odin? And Roger. So it was 5. It was 5, wasn't it? I'm trying to remember so I don't sound like an idiot. Odin,
Well, I'm gonna pull it up on the screen real
Beard,
quick. I can't pull it up that long.
Roger.
Situation.
Yes, it was 5. It was 5. I noticed people were um a little confused as to why Garp wasn't mentioned. And my way of looking at it was, well, it's because Luffy's a pirate, and Kaido's whole thing about do you think you're going to be as great as them? I don't. It makes sense that he would only
Yeah, talking
think
about
about
pirates.
think about the strong pirates that he's fought, and not any Marines.
So
I
why has he
mean,
fought Mihawk?
simply put,
Mihawk's
probably
a
because
fraud, bro.
I mean, first of all, Mihawk's not an idiot. So I don't see any reason as to why he'd want to challenge Kaido, especially considering the fact that Kaido has an entire
But
freaking crew.
dude, I mean, he come. You would think he would come to Wano, right? This answers the question that people have had. How come we never see any flashbacks of Mihawk and Wano? As a land of the sword.
Well, maybe he
He's a fraud.
that's something that's kind of frustrated me for a while. Just because you're the world's greatest swordsman doesn't mean you have to have gone to Wano, which is a closed off country. I
I mean, it's a
mean,
closed out country, but it's a country with many swordsmen. So why would he not go there to
well,
fight
I
swordsmen there?
mean, not to upset any Odin fans here, but as great of a swordsman as he was, still basically got hit like a fly by Roger's one attack, and I'm
Roger.
not, when Roger slashed at him and sent him flying, one attack. I mean, Odin, who is apparently the strongest swordsman to be in Wano, I would assume that Mihawk would have to be
Yeah,
stronger than Odin.
yeah. I knew that was the case. CA said. I mean, Zoro's sword upgrades for the most part are better than the last ones.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, here comes
Um,
Long. What's up, bro?
Have no
I just,
fear, the loner's here.
You're
What's
oh
up,
man,
Sam?
now
What's up,
we've
y'all?
got 3 emperors here. Just kidding. I'm not an emperor. I'm a I'm an underling.
You Mihawk. I'm just playing.
I'm
Let me
not even
leave
a
Mihawk alone, bro. The fans gonna get mad.
I'm not even a commander.
I'm
Let's
not gonna
see. I'm
say
the unofficial official supernova.
But what I was gonna say is, um, I
that.
don't I don't necessarily think that just because Mihawk is the greatest swordsman. Well, I'm sorry, I should say strongest, but I guess both are kind of the same thing.
Wait, is he the strongest swordsman?
I think that's his official title. I mean,
Oh yeah, he is. But I'm saying, is he the strongest person with a sword, or is he the strongest?
I think he.
Ship?
Well, first of all, I don't believe he's the strongest swordsman to have ever lived. I think that's probably Roger, personally.
Is what is
Um,
Big Mama's
Or
sword?
like to see how I look at it is like if like nobody challenges you. I mean,
Oh,
then like, are you really like I'm not saying that he hasn't like had duels over swordsmanship in the past, but he probably hasn't had like any real like just like a person random up popping up and say, hey, like I want to challenge you
yeah,
because
that's a good point,
yeah,
Loner. 'Cause,
yeah.
see,
So like he just haven't had any like person to like challenge him. So like he's currently people will like call him the best because I mean nobody has challenges him or challenged him. I mean,
exactly.
but see, in the comments said Mihawk doesn't go around challenging people like that. Who in Wano should
yeah.
he fight? Odin's been dead. Most of the swordsmen aren't that nice. Well, who's that?
Um,
Um.
another
Wait,
another
who should challenge you?
No, I'm saying who's that? Talking in the background.
Oh, oh, my bad, my bad.
Oh, you good though? You good? This.
um another thing to look at is Mihawk probably did not give himself that title. It was probably the government or the Marines that gave him that title when he defeated the previous greatest swordsman, or obviously Mihawk would have had to have accomplished something significant for him to get the title, but I don't think notice how.
You don't think he just went around challenging everyone with a sword?
Oh, I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying Mihawk to me is not the type of person to shout out loud to the heavens, "You will now know me as the greatest swordsman in the world, and I want that on my tombstone." I don't see
It's
Mihawk.
it's like more uh, of a portrayal thing.
Yeah,
Uh,
Mihawk to me is not proud. Mihawk is.
you know what? That's a good point because of the fact that they still call Zoro a pirate hunter, and he doesn't hunt pirates anymore.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
So it is
um,
possible that Mihawk isn't actually the strongest swordsman.
I think he still is, but only because either nobody has any interest in challenging him, or
Here,
I
here's the
mean,
thing with that. It's weird, right? Because when they say the world's strongest swordsman at the beginning of the series, I assumed that he was like the strongest person, like any swordsman that existed. He was much stronger than them. But now I'm kind of in the way of thinking that is more along the lines of he's just the best at swordsmanship
yeah, I
because
look at it
there's
that way
no way
too.
because Big Mom has a sword, Roger has a sword. That's kind of a different topic too because I also thought that they should have different weapons. Like not everyone needs a sword, but that's kind of a different topic of the lack of creativity with weapons. Like Katakuri had a super unique weapon, but he never really used it. But that's a different topic.
Yeah, he had.
Um, but yeah,
It's
yeah, it's like he's no way he's stronger than Roger with a sword. No way he's stronger than Big Mom with a sword. He could possibly be stronger than Shanks. I don't think he's stronger than Shanks. Me personally, that's a debate that's been going on.
You just opened up a can of worms. Everyone's
No,
gonna start
no,
attacking
I'm not gonna
us
say that. I'm not gonna say that. 'Cause that's a debate that's
Oh
been going on
no,
forever.
I
You already
believe that
said it.
I
That's like
believe
Goku
that
versus,
Shanks is
that's like
stronger
Goku
though.
versus Superman. That's like Goku versus Superman. That's the debate.
I believe
Yeah, I
that
think
Shanks
Shanks is
is
stronger too.
stronger though.
I think he
I
is too.
I
But
I think the way I look at the whole Shanks thing is this, and this may end up causing me to be thrown into boiling Odin myself and then shot in the head by Kaido, but so be it. As a swordsman, in terms of skill with using his blade, Mihawk is definitely superior to Shanks in that regard. But in terms of maybe hockey, Shanks might be above him. So I look at it from that perspective. Um,
I don't know. Like Shanks is like kind of a hockey master.
it seems to be that case, yeah. So it's that's kind of how I look at it. Like, his swordsmanship might be the best in the world,
Because I
but
mean, Shanks, like he be straight flexing conquers hockey, straight breaking ships.
yeah,
So I
and
mean,
and who knows what else he can
I mean,
do.
to be fair though, we don't know that the other Yonko can't do that.
I would assume they probably
yeah.
can.
Well, but uh, we could also assume other ones aren't like more proficient as
Right.
Shanks is. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
reason why we assume that he's the best hockey user is because of the fact that he's only without Del Fruit. So, but
Yeah.
it's also true that he could also have like some other techniques, kind of like how Zoro and Sandy have like other, like even though they don't officially have powers, they seem to have some weird stuff going on, like the multi-arm form and the fire
Oh,
thing.
you think Shanks is gonna have like an Ashura type form?
I don't know about that exactly, but I'm saying it's possible that it could be the other Yonko. Some Yonko are even with him with hockey, but he also does have some other thing. It's not
Yeah.
Pacific Fruit, but some other type of power.
I've joked in the past that Shanks is gonna pull out a drunken swordsman style, and he's gonna use that in combination with his hockey and just be unpredictable as he's moving about. Um,
You ever heard the hockey arm name?
I have. I was just about to
Yeah.
jokingly bring that up.
Yeah, I heard about
He,
that.
he's gonna get another arm, but it's just gonna be pure Rio, and
Bro,
then he and
watch it happen.
then it's gonna turn into a blade, and he can slash you from like many miles away with his arm. I mean, honestly, if Oda is listening to this and I find out that he adds it in, I'm gonna be like, well,
I
I'm
mean, there was a cover page where Bartolomeo was taking Shanks's flag. So hopefully Shanks knows Bartolomeo is a part of Luffy's group, or otherwise he might just end up using his arm.
he takes his arm off.
Comes back to Luffy
Yeah.
crying.
You
He
Senpai.
just
just
you just
takes his
gave me
other arm off.
you just gave me an image of kid. You just gave me an image of
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, CA in the chat said,
oh,
CA in the chat said, I think Mihawk got his title when he beat all the main contenders, and he hasn't been beaten since then.
get in here.
You hear what I said, Loner?
Yeah.
I
But
know, I know my voice probably don't sound the best because my nose stopped up, but
I mean, so he beat out. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's just how I said. Like he just been chilling, and so like ain't nobody just come up to challenge him. So I mean, like he's currently going to be the strongest like swordsman, or he just goes off a portrayal.
so he's a fraud.
I mean, he isn't like Whitebeard, because I believe he would actually like pull up to like a sword or a battle, or like if a person just calls him out a mushi and just say, "Hey, pull up."
Yeah. I mean, in the anime recently just had the episode where they announced the abolition of the warlords, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mihawk was like, "It's been a long time since someone has came to challenge me," and he
yeah.
says, "Came to challenge me," as in he's just been going to challenge others. I
Hmm.
feel.
Yeah, I kind of left the stream without meaning to.
Oh yeah, well, sometimes it'll do that at times.
You know what I'll be so glad for when we can talk about Shanks and not have to bring up Mihawk, because no, it's not that I don't like Mihawk. It's just it feels like you can't even have a single conversation about Shanks without Mihawk getting brought up at some point.
Yeah.
Because people just always want to. Somebody just always wants to start the whole Mihawk and Shanks debate, and it's just not one
Honestly,
worth
bro.
having.
Honestly, bro, that's the same thing that's been going on with Zoro and Sanji. Sanji's not even in the chapter, bro. But dang,
Oh man, Sanji,
he's not
stop
even in the
kicking.
chapter, bro. It's just like,
Just
So
stop.
do you think Sanji fights King, or has help against Black Maria?
I think he has to fight King. I mean,
for some reason, I feel like he's gonna fight Queen, and then
yeah, but then
Marco's
who's
gonna
gonna?
fight King.
Yeah, but that would get off screen because Mark's not a Mark. Did I just call him Mark? Marco is not a main character. I honestly, I think it should be Marco. Um,
Yo, what if Marco and Sanji fight somebody together? They both got fired. That'd be cool.
Here's an idea: Marco and Sanji tag team King and Queen.
Oh, this is an interesting theory. Sid had about the Mihawk thing. I know. Oh, my bad. You said you didn't want to talk about Mihawk.
Well, it's just
This is an
it's
interesting
not that I don't.
theory, though. This is an interesting theory, though.
I mean, I actually have my
Yeah.
own. I actually have my own theories about Mihawk's backstory, but that's not part of the
We ain't talking
topic.
about Mihawk. We ain't talking about Mihawk's backstory right now.
Because I came up with a very good one that might be true, but
I ain't talking about Mihawk's backstory, bro. I ain't gonna cap, man. But he said like in theory, when Zoro becomes stronger, he doesn't get the title till he beats Mihawk. People take the title and run with it too much, like using it to justify Mihawk over Shanks or Big Mom.
yeah, I agree.
That's interesting though, because that's like, imagine he be the swordsman that actually was stronger than Mihawk, but he wouldn't officially still get the title until he beat Mihawk.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, okay, here's a crazy hypothetical for you. Let's say that Zoro, just for the sake of this conversation, I'm not saying he is, so I'm not trying to excite any Zoro fans here. But let's say that Zoro was right now strong enough to take on Big Mom, and he did beat her. Let's just say that happened. Since Big Mom is definitely stronger than Mihawk, that would not mean that he'd be the strongest swordsman because he beat Mihawk. Beat Big Mom, who just so happens to use a sword. I mean, it would make him stronger than Mihawk for sure, but
Not in title. He wouldn't officially have the title.
right,
Just like Pirate King isn't just about strength.
exactly. I mean, for people like Roger and Luffy, it's pretty much all that matters because that's really all they have to offer. But
I mean, Roger had the voice of all things. He can read ponderless.
yeah, I mean, I'd still say that's some kind of an ability.
I just thought how bad how this has nothing to do with Robin, but that kind of reminds me of how bad Oda's done Robin, because there's plenty of people who can read Pond lists now, but there's not many navigators, so it's kind of takes away Robin's importance at some level. But anyway, Robin had nothing to do with this chapter. But what do you think about
Well,
Killer? Oh, what's up, Lauren?
oh well, I was about to say I could completely drop the hammer and just spread the carrot agenda
Oh, did you
like
have
I
a
always
stream about that? Then you have a stream with like who was it?
Silvers.
Yeah.
Yep, Silvers. Yeah, well, yeah, well, it was getting heated until like he had to cut it short, and I'm just waiting on part two
True.
because people just just can't
What, did
fathom
someone else just join?
why carrot. Uh, not that I
What?
know.
What's
What are
up?
you talking about with Carrot?
Oh no, like I was just saying, like people can't fathom that like she couldn't possibly join the crew. Like she doesn't have a like dynamic or just completely nothing to add to the crew.
I
And,
disagree. I think she
and
adds a
it's
lot.
like
I think she could add a lot.
that is absolutely like crazy because like well you're comparing a person who at least traveled somewhat of a short time with the crew rather than a person who just popped up like for the arc.
Yeah, and don't get me started on freaking Tama because that makes me want to punch a hole in the wall.
Oh,
Whenever anybody,
Thomas Fontaine Kaido, bro.
no, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about whenever anybody says that they want that little brat to join the freaking Straw Hats. She's a freaking kid, all right.
See,
And
but it's like
Luffy is
but
nowhere near. Luffy's still a kid himself. He can't be raising no kids.
see, it's
He
like
raised Chopper. He raised Chopper though.
Ah, come
it's,
on.
see, I feel
What?
like
Chopper's a kid, bro.
Yeah, but he could at least fight. What's Tama gonna do? Throw Dongo at
She's
everybody?
gonna tame Kaido, bro. She's gonna tame Kaido.
Yeah. So if Oda does that, I'm gonna be furious. Like if you wanted to do a post series time skip where Tama is like 16 and then goes and joins the crew, okay, I'm down with that. But I don't want freaking I don't want the Straw Hats
Nah.
to
You know
become.
that would be that would be hilarious, bro. Like the freaking like next chapter or something. We just see the Susanoo who are up there. They're just all bloody in the ground, and Thomas just shows up, and she's just like,
I
and she's
won't be
just like in
laughing.
front of them, and then she's like, "I'm gonna protect my friends," and then it's like break next week, Tama,
I'm
and then
not.
she's gonna do the
I'm not.
title. It's like that header and like exclamation point, Tama,
I won't be laughing. I'll
Tama,
be fuming.
same factor.
I'll be fuming.
I
Honestly,
mean,
this is going to get me a lot of hate. But you know what? I hope
yeah,
she falls into the ocean.
Dang, Tama did
I
nothing
feel
wrong.
like Yamato is like is like just like a blueprint like for the for like the flashback.
Somebody, CA said, I think Momo, Tama, and Yamamoto can and probably will join the crew. If the problem is she's weak, it's not like Nami and Usopp were strong when they joined.
Yeah, but Nami and Usopp could still kick both of their butts. They're
To be
kids.
See,
fair,
the
Usopp
thing
wasn't
with
the most interesting character when he first joined, but
Momo's like 5. Momo's not
see,
even
but
like 13 yet.
Momo has to stay, and
Yeah.
so it's like Yamato can train Momo,
Why couldn't
and
Hiyori?
and
Why couldn't Hiyori go with the crew?
yeah, but I feel like
oh god, another girl,
Momo.
Sonya
Could you?
Simple.
But could you
I
imagine
feel
that?
like Momo and Hiyori belong in Wano though.
I get that, but could you imagine how interesting it would be if Hiyori said, "I'm in love with Roronoa over here, so I want to continue being by his side. And then you can have a gag where Sanji just gets depressed every once in a while because he
Uh,
realizes that Zoro has a lover and he doesn't.
Yeah, but I
I
don't
mean,
need any
he
more
got put
gags.
in, bro. I don't need that no more, bro.
So Sanji
Sanji
just
got put in, bro. He got Viola. He got the mermaids. He got the minks. I don't want to hear it.
maybe Sanji could get Yamato.
Yamamoto.
Imagine that.
I mean, she doesn't seem like the type who would like. She's kind of like Nami 2.0, but that's another discussion.
I
She
mean,
looks exactly like Nami. Look at her, bro. Same
she
kind of
looks
design.
she looks like Nami, but I mean, she can actually
Her
do full.
disposition is just like Nami. The way she acts is just like Nami.
Yeah, well, not Nami didn't use a Thunder Bagua on a Flying Six
I
member.
don't care how strong she is, bro. She has her personality is just so boring.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
It's
Maybe I'm
not
just
even really
tired of it.
boring. It's
Oh
not really
wait,
boring. It's just like
oh wait, who
Nami.
you talking about?
He's talking about
Yamato.
Oh
Yamato.
yeah, yeah, like man, people are hyping up her one-shotting a basically a giant, and people try to like argue me down. Oh, well, the numbers are so are like as big as ours, are like pre time skip and blah blah blah. Okay, it's still a giant, and giants are fodder.
Yeah, they
Let
are.
me put it to you like let me put it to you like this. Pre-time skip, Moria took down Ors Jr. on his own. And I'm not trying to say that Moria is weak, but
Of course not.
I'm pretty sure current Luffy could wash him.
But yeah,
Currently,
possibly.
wash them.
I'm
Huh.
pretty sure that current Luffy, as he is now, could just obliterate Moria in a one-on-one fight.
Current Luffy. Yes, he would. He would probably obliterate more. In fact, probably in base form.
Yeah, exactly.
Seeing as he just dodged, it seemed like he just dodged one of Kyle's attack in base form. He would destroy Moria in base form right now.
He'd probably just hit him with a Red Hawk, and that would be the end of it.
Maybe not even a red hot, dude. Just a hockey punch. Maybe.
Yeah, just a jet pistol.
Like I said maybe he might even just beat him just with a hockey punch, just in base form. Like,
No,
okay,
no, no, no. He just uses conquerors and makes him pass out.
he just he just I don't know. I don't know. He doesn't even use a jet pistol. He just runs up to him, just hits him in the stomach.
He slaps him with his the back of his hand.
just throws his straw hat at like hypersonic speed at him.
Oh, dude, could you imagine if we had an attack where he uses armaments on the straw hat and he just throws it and it starts spinning in the air?
Yeah, that's a good. Hey, man,
Okay, Kung Lao.
I miss Uno, not Uno. What? I mean, I haven't played Uno in a minute, but I miss UFO. He needs to use that
Yeah,
again.
but dude, if he threw his hat and then after putting hockey on it and then had it like stretch out to get larger, it could become like a giant buzzsaw.
Yeah,
Like,
it
forget
could.
Kung Lao. Kung Lao can't enlarge his hat.
Yo, what if he uses full body hockey and he also full bodies his hat?
Oh my god, that'd be so sick. I want to see him use that hat for something. I want to see him like throw it up in front of an enemy's face to distract him.
Like he's going to get Shanks and he does something with it.
Like he blocks the sword with the hat. He throws the hat at the sword with hockey on it, and it just blocks the slash. Now I'm imagining Luffy throwing the hat into the air, jumping on top of it, and riding it as it's spinning. Like he's on some Static Shock type stuff.
What if that was the way he had dodged the Bogwa? That'd been funny.
Oh my god, that'd be awesome.
But yeah, going back to the chapter though. This is funny, but going back to the chapter though, it's really cool that Zoro did learn one of Kinemon's attacks. You know that he can cut fire now, because that was something that back in Punk Hazard that he was like really impressed by.
I want to see him cut fire and then like absorb it into the sword and send it back.
I don't think he can do that. Can Kinemon do that?
No, I want to see Zoro do that to kind of like become.
Why would Zoro be able to do that?
I mean, he already had a flaming. You know what? Let me rephrase that. He already had a flame blade attack, which he used against Ryuma.
A flame blade attack that he used against Ryuma.
Yeah, he ignited his blade and then he cut him and set him on fire.
I'm trying to remember when that happened. I don't remember that.
In Thriller Bark.
Wait, Loner, did I actually mute your mic or did you mute your mic? Okay.
No, I did, cause people like talking in the living room. I didn't want to mess y'all up.
But yeah, anybody who's a StreamYard person, make sure that the host is a good person, because I was wondering if I was the one muted you, because it gave me the option to unmute you, and that's not good that I could just unmute you off first. But
We'll just say that's you exerting your conquerors.
It says
because I was like, oh, what? But anyways, what you saying? My bad.
well, who me?
There was
him?
somebody talking about something, I think.
I think it was you, Loner.
Oh, I was more muted.
Oh.
Kid was pretty cool, man. Kid was pretty cool.
I see, but Kid to me, I feel like, I mean, like Punk Rotten and like Punk Vice. I mean, it's cool, but I mean, like, I need like something other than Magneto. Like I need like I need to see more.
You know what I want to see? I want to see him literally become like Magneto, where he starts pulling metal out of people's blood.
He just pulled metal out of Kyle's blood.
I mean, like that'd be like too OP, but I just need to see more.
Well, not anybody. I'm just talking about like regular people. Like
I mean, that wouldn't be that useful. Then I'll just be like Conquerors then.
I mean, yeah, but he could take the metal and then use it. What I think I would want to see is not just metal manipulation, but like properties of electromagnetism, which would include elements of electricity.
That goes back to the idea of how smart this kid that we was talking about earlier.
Like I'm just hoping
I feel like Kid is gonna be more of like a powerhouse type fighter.
He kind of is.
He is. I don't see him being like I learned about electromagnetism and I'm finna use the fight. I don't see him doing that.
I'm just saying what I want to see. I want to see him go all Static Shock on Kaido's ass.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
This nigga said Static Shock.
I've been watching clips from that show. That the nostalgia has been coming back to me in full. Obviously,
this is probably off the subject. But are like, well, y'all aware that like Michael B. Jordan is doing a Static Shock movie?
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't want a movie. I just want a continuation of the original animated series.
I mean, that's pretty cool, I guess. I mean, that's kind of like what's his name? Tom Holland being Dante or something, some bullshit.
There's nothing against Michael B. Jordan. It's just because
these new school famous actors, they be doing everything. It's just like, okay, that's cool.
Just because he's a good actor doesn't mean he's going to be a great producer and developer of a Static Shock movie. I mean, like, I thought they were trying to say that he was going to play like an adult Static Shock. That's something I could see. I could see him as like an old. Wait, Michael B. Jordan's only what, like in his 30s?
Huh. Hold on. Punk. Okay, so it was called Punk Rotten Vine, right?
I think Vine is the attack.
Yeah.
Okay, so which is winning? This or Capone's Castle? Which is durability stronger?
Probably Capone's Castle.
Shoot, Capone Castle took like a Yonko hit, so I say
Even though there was
Capone's
no
Castle.
hockey used.
Yep.
And
So
that still infuriates me that Big Mom
I
couldn't even dent it.
yeah, like
I mean, she
that's
wasn't going all out,
Yeah,
just
I
wild.
mean, I'm not trying to say that I wanted to see Capone die or anything. It's just unless that castle's made out of some kind of like magical, you know, otherworldly material, there's no reason why she shouldn't be able to put a dent in it at least. I mean,
it was taking a lot of hits. We ain't gonna cap on that. That thing was taking a lot of hits.
yeah, and it is impressive. It's just I don't know that
That thing was strong, man. It's like it was still hurting them though, you know. But yeah, so we definitely can say that castle is strong and but it actually does look like Kid's Dang is already broken up. Like in the
yeah.
panel, like panel like it got cut in half already. And it's
So
kind of lame. It's kind of lame actually that Kid's Dang is the one that got destroyed because we got Killer, Law, Zoro and Luffy. They all looking cool and all looking like 100%. And then we just got Kid over here in the same panel. He's just like his attack is just broken in half, and it's just like it looks like did him dirty.
I don't know.
You get what I mean? Like it looks like Oda did him dirty because we got this panel where it's like everyone looks fine and cool and stuff, and then Kid is over here like his main attack is just broken to pieces.
Well, he could just recreate it using the scraps.
I know he can, but you get what I mean?
Yeah.
In a panel
My
where everyone's like all cool, calm, and collected, and like looking 100%, Kid's attack got broken in half.
my question is this:
That's not
Is
cool.
it not possible for armaments to be applied to his creations?
Wait, Grant, you saying Capone's finna die after a couple hits? Yeah, but those are a couple hits from a Yonko, bro.
Yeah, there had to be some plot armor in there.
I don't think it's plot armor. I think it's just his ability is just strong.
I guess, but I've
Like
never
it's
been
like
a
his whole thing is being a fortress, a army. That's just pretty much his death roof.
I guess I just never liked the Hunter x Hunter elements coming into play in One Piece.
Hunter
But
Slender.
well, I mean, I don't like Hunter x Hunter, so that's
What?
Wait. Back up. Why?
I just I couldn't get into it, honestly. Simply put, I just couldn't get into it. It just wasn't my style.
What arc?
Let's see. I saw. What did I see up to? I can't remember the name of it. It was the tournament arc.
Oh, you
Oh,
mean a Hunter exam?
Yeah, I guess you'd consider that like the finale of the Hunter exam.
that's
No,
like
no,
the
no,
first
no.
arc.
Oh,
The the
dude,
tur-
oh, man,
the
keep on
tournament.
watching, cause it's gonna pull you back in with Heaven's Arena, dude. So,
That's what I saw. Hunter Heaven's Arena.
oh, Heaven's Arena is amazing.
I just personally didn't care for it.
You saw the 2011 anime?
Yeah,
Um,
and to be honest, I don't really care for how men functions.
see, but
All these
after that
rules
is like,
and
well, York New City.
all these rules
That's when it gets
and
good.
all these rules and York knew. Yeah, I saw that the one where the Venom group.
Nen is definitely better written than hockey.
Uh, I mean, maybe it's better written, but I prefer hockey because it's simpler. I don't like Nen because it's too complicated, way too complicated. It's hard for me to enjoy something if I have to strain my brain all the time watching fights that feel more like chess matches as opposed to, you know, well choreographed, flashy fights. You know,
I mean,
like
I
that's why I
can.
prefer One Piece.
I mean, I can see your points about the confusing part, but
That I mean, there
Hunter
was
x Hunter is like it like grows though
right.
like it'll
And
grow on you and like
I, I don't know,
keep
and I
on
don't like,
watching, man. It's good.
and
Trust me. Keep on. It'll grow on you.
I just can't stand Karapika, and I can't stand Gon.
Wait. Well.
Gon to me is annoying.
Oh well, yeah. But Kurapika, like
Yeah.
I can
Grant said.
understand.
Grant said. Yeah. Nin is just a power set that's completely fleshed out.
Yeah, and I just don't like it when fights become too technical. I mean, I'm not saying I want it to be like Dragon Ball Z. You can have some degree of complexity. I just don't want it to be so complex to where people aren't even using martial arts skills anymore. They're just flat out just spamming some kind of incredibly complicated power and just fighting people using their wits.
Okay, well, how do you feel about Hisoka?
I think he's a scumbag that needs to be done and dusted. I think I think I think Hisoka is basically a Orochimaru on steroids.
Yeah.
That man was nothing, bro.
Hisoka is impossible for me to like.
He's a villain.
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah,
so I mean,
actually, you're right about that. He is a villain, and you shouldn't like him.
so do you like Killua
I
and the
I, I like
Zoltics?
I
Uh,
like Hisoka in like a in like
okay,
a way of like it,
so
okay. So here's what I mean. Hisoka is what you call crossing the line twice. It's like he's so distasteful that it's
Yeah,
funny.
yeah,
not to me,
Um,
not to me. It's not.
right.
I want him dead.
I mean, only him dead and like
He's a scumbag. He needs to be rubbed out.
I mean, so there's a difference between um him deserving to die and wanting him dead. Um, but
The dude literally has pedophilic tendencies.
and it's absolutely
Yeah.
hilarious.
That all I'm gonna say is that, and it sickens me. But back to what Loner was asking me about. I think you asked me
Because
what character.
it's so
What
over the top.
what do
But
you know that Killua is the goat, right?
Personally, out of the main characters, I find him to be the most interesting. I wish this story was about him over Gone. I wish that was the case
man,
because,
Gon's character development is so crazy though. But
but I mean, my favorite character though, probably Crollo.
Oh,
Fa-
Crollo.
oh,
Crollo
so
and Peyton are
you
probably
did get that far and you still don't like the series.
no. It's because I like the Phantom Troop more than the main cast,
Hey,
I
the
mean, that's
Phantom Troop.
fair. I mean, a lot of times people like villains more than main cast.
and that's the
Oh
thing that
well.
frustrates me about it is I can't get into any of the main characters, but I love the Phantom Troop,
Oh well. A
even though I
hot take.
realize they're bad people.
I mean,
Oh
Maryland's
what?
better than all of them, but you know.
I didn't care for Maryland, but I'm not going to get into that.
Oh well.
Whoa,
Here's a hot.
okay, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. We gotta stop. We
Oh
gotta
well.
stop.
Here's a hot take. I did not like the Chimera Ant arc.
Yeah, we gotta leave, man.
Oh,
We
you
gotta.
didn't like it either?
See, it's it's like not so much I didn't like it. It was like Merwin versus the chairman was a letdown.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
Oh,
then and the and like how do the ants just come out just like super overpowered and like
it's that
Gon had
biology, man. It's the biology of the animals coming together and the then users coming together.
yeah, but
And
I
I don't
mean
even think.
like that strong dude like Gon had to almost kill himself
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
like
They're a
I don't
combo
know.
of like hundreds of thousands of other animals combined together.
I didn't like Merwin just based on the look of him. I'm like, oh wow, really? We're gonna rip off Dragon Ball Z here with
He's
his
better than
villain?
Cell. We're not gonna do that.
I mean, almost any villain's better than Cell. Okay, maybe I won't go that far, but a lot of villains are better than Cell. Aizen's better than Cell.
And also, Maryland's definitely a better character than the second rewatch.
I'll admit he's a
You
good
pay,
character, but I don't think
yeah
he's a
you
but
good
pay
villain.
attention, you pay attention to his subtle character development.
I'll admit he's a good character, but I don't
I
think
mean
he's a
he
good
was
villain.
cool but he
I mean, that's
was
that's the thing though. Is
just
more about his
too
character development.
overpowered.
He's
Bro, I'm not gonna do this, bro. I'm finna rant, bro, because Maryland,
He
heck
was way
no,
too overpowered.
heck no.
he
He's supposed
was.
to. No,
Basically,
Maryland. No,
the
listen.
chairman died and still couldn't beat this
The
dude. I'm like,
chairman
what?
deserved more fights. The chairman deserved at least a
Listen,
flashback
Maryland,
fight.
Maryland to me is a great example of an overpowered character done right. But
Kind of. I can see your point. I can see your point.
because of the fact that it's like kind of like a plot point that he's overpowering, and how like he didn't truly, because like he had so much strength, right? That was done,
Yeah.
and he had value until Kamui came along and he found out, other things matter. So it's actually kind of a plot point that's like he's like, I have all this power. Why do I feel these emotions now? I can crush anything with my strength. So
Yeah,
it's actually like a
Yeah.
actual reason why he's overpowered beyond just be
yeah.
overpowered. And
And
also,
and
and,
that's
I
and
mean,
that's
I'm
where
not saying
and
he
it makes
didn't
it makes
have
it, it makes
a
it interesting
character.
too. Because it makes it interesting too because the way the villain was defeated. Spoilers for Thunder. I'm sorry for this One Piece stream, but the character was defeated was from his own kind of resulting continuing humanity, because he could have killed any of the main characters at the end there, but it was like the own grown humanity in him that defeated him. And I thought that was super interesting to defeat like a antagonist of an art. Like, to me, that's amazing. Like, if you would think about it, it's so
I mean, it
different.
was cool. See, I don't have a problem with Merrill. Like he was a good character that no, he developed. The problem is, you wrote a character so powerful and you kind of had
That was the
to
point, though, man.
find a way
Like,
how to defeat him and and like
dude,
even
nuclear
when
bomb
you
happen all
find
the
a
time. That's
person
so realistic. A nuclear
honestly,
bomb
see
taking out a species, that's
see
like
but
very.
the chairman had a silent attack and dude was just swatting them away and they were just bouncing off the walls and he just swatting
because
away bouncing off the
because
wall
because
swatting.
because because man, the Hunters Hunter characters, they're not even like all that powerful really. Like, they're still human, you know. Like, there's
Dude,
characters
the
there's
chairman was hella powerful.
I know he's powerful, but he's also still a human. Like, it's a certain level to what they can do.
the thing
Like,
that
they're
the thing
not
that
they're not blowing up. They're not blowing up like they're not all just blowing up like mountains and stuff like DBZ. Like,
they should
they're
have been.
still human, huh?
They should have been.
I mean, at least look. My problem with Netero is dude gets only one fight, and that's it. Yamamoto got way more showings in freaking Bleach than Netero ever got. That's what angered me. You're gonna kill this dude off in a fight where his attacks pretty much do nothing to his opponent, and then boom, and that's how it ends.
Mm.
Like, so disappointing. Hyping us up all this time for the great and powerful Netero to he might as well have just been hitting a house over and over and over again and barely damaging the freaking shingles. I want to see characters get to do stuff outside of just hitting something over and over and over again. I want to see them actually show their mettle.
You saw the technicalness of the fight with the whole chest thing, the anime, and all that too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
I
no
don't
way
know.
y'all saying this, bro. I'm sorry. We got to go back to One Piece. I'm sorry. I think y'all might just like
We
it's
do.
obvious on some level that y'all kind of just misinterpreted a little bit. And I'm not saying
Look,
it's
when I'm
exactly bad
Oh well,
pain.
we
It's just
gonna have
like
a
when I'm
we gonna
watching
have a one well with Z boy about Hunter x Hunter.
yeah. I'm
when
like this.
Yeah.
all
This
right,
Lent,
yeah. Back to One
back to
Piece.
One Piece.
Right. Back to
So speaking of One Piece, and since we were talking about a villain, Oda, why in the world have you still barely done anything with Blackbeard, who you
I
implied
mean,
to
let's
us?
talk about Kaido. How you feel about Kaido right now as an antagonist?
I
uh,
love him.
Luffy's still a better character.
He's probably one of my top 5. Kaido.
my stance hasn't changed on Kaido. He's showing what he's supposed to,
I mean,
and like I'm just glad he isn't like getting rolled around or trashed on. So
I might
like,
even
well, that's good.
change my name to Kaido fan.
Oh dang! Unless he was a Whitebeard.
Oh, I am. Technically, my name should be Whitebeard fan, but Katakuri fan was not taken when I chose it. So, but yeah, I would say that Whitebeard's definitely my number one. Because I just love his personality. I love his design. Love his personality. His the whole protecting his family thing that he has going on. It's just
Oh, well, I'm gonna do a Blackbeard video coming up probably this
oh hell yeah.
week, and
I'm
so
just
probably I'm gonna do.
I'm just I'm just tired of waiting for Blackbeard to be in the story. I mean, I thought he was supposed to be the main villain of the story for the most part, and now he's just getting the shaft.
So do
It's
you
kind of
think that?
funny how Law is like, I'm not your subordinate, and he's been his subordinate so long. But
we're gonna talk about their the faces they had when those fireballs were coming at them.
yeah, that was pretty funny.
Oh, that hop face that
Part of me is hoping somebody does a meme where they have a fourth fireball and it's Robin's face, like she reacted to Luffy, and a fireball's coming at her.
Yeah, Juan's been doing good with the faces.
um,
See, well, they should have had the Enel face instead.
Oh, that's legendary. That's legendary face right
Yeah,
there. That one.
oh my god, yeah.
yeah,
Um,
that Enel face, man.
here's something I want to know. Does
What's
anybody
that?
else get the feeling that Big Mom is interested in Zoro? And no, I don't mean interested in the way some people might be thinking. I mean,
Gay.
does anybody get the feeling that Big Mom seems to be interested in Zoro more than the others because of the fact that it almost seems like she's pointing her attention towards him?
No, I don't get that person at all.
Because I mean, it might be because of the fact that he cut Prometheus, and that's kind of like piqued her interest now.
Hmm.
I don't know. I feel like Oda might,
Prometheus.
in some ways, be trying to set up Big Mom as kind of a Zoro opponent.
Right.
I don't really see it, man.
Prometheus.
I mean,
Point our attention towards Zoro. I don't feel it.
I don't know. I just feel like. Well, what I want to know is
Yeah.
how long do we think it's going to be until Big Mom decides, you know what, Kaido, you've had enough fun. Let's just kill them. Like, how long we think it's going to take until that happens?
Until people almost used up all their strength, and then they'll
Let's,
probably be
I
okay.
feel
Now, well, let's try to kill him.
I feel like Big Mom at some point is going to say, "All right, Kaido, are you done playing? Because I'm getting tired of sitting here. Can we just end this already?"
Right.
Because, like I said, and I think it was before you were in the stream, I do not believe that these 5 are going to be able to beat Kaido by themselves right now without more help. I think Marco needs to haul his ass up there and start assisting.
I mean, Marco got himself. He got choked out by Big Mom.
Yeah, but I mean, and now that you say that, the fact that she was able to do that to Marco, and Luffy's up here hitting Kaido with one attack and doing damage to him, almost kind of makes me think that maybe he is stronger than Marco now, Luffy.
Mm.
I mean, if Marco couldn't do any damage to Big Mom and Luffy was able to damage Kaido, that kind of tells me that, yeah, he probably is stronger than Marco now. At least slightly.
Mm. Right. I mean, I always saw himself as physically stronger than Marco. At least.
Yeah, physically stronger, absolutely.
Like physically, Luffy's a beast because we said before he has to be.
Oh, that's something I wanted to bring up. And I know I mentioned it, and I think both of your servers, but I think I'll bring it up in the stream. I had mentioned that, in my opinion, after the Wano arc is done, I personally believe that an admiral is going to be sent after the Straw Hats by Aka Inu, who will know what has happened in Wano, because you know that once Kaido's defeated, the world's going to hear about that. So, do you think that after everything is said and done, they've recovered, they've had their little after arc party, and they're, on their way to wherever they're going next, do you think that Luffy at that point will finally be strong enough to 1v1 fight an admiral and win after this arc is done?
After this arc is done, honestly, man, it's pretty possible, man, that he's gonna be able to 1v1 an admiral. Probably not a fleet admiral still, but admiral, yeah, I can see it.
I personally think it's going to be Kizaru, just because we know he wanted to go to Wano.
But Kizaru's light speed, so Luffy's gonna be light speed at the end of this arc.
I mean, do we think Rayleigh's light speed, and he was able to block Kizaru's attacks?
He's at least close, apparently.
I don't really think that Kizaru is light speed and that he's always moving at light speed. I think he kind of has to focus it, or he has to charge it to move at that speed.
I think he's definitely always at light speed because he is the speed of light. That's his power.
That's possible. It's just like I'd need to see him walking at the speed of light to believe
does freaking Blackbeard have to focus his power to be darkness? Like he is darkness.
We're talking about speed though. Like,
I know we're talking about speed, but like he is light itself, right? So unless you know what, you do have a good point. Here's what's possible. He can go at the speed of light, but he may not always be using that speed.
Yeah, because he needs to control his trajectory. I mean, if he's always moving at the speed of light, he'd be crashing into islands and blowing them up.
I mean, no, because he is light itself. I think that's not what I said. I didn't say he can't go at the speed of light. I say it's possible that he can, and I think he does, because obviously he is light, so he goes at the speed of light. He says, "I'm finna kick you at the speed of light." He is light.
Yeah, but he had to charge up his kick. when he did it.
Okay, so
Didn't he? Didn't he have to charge?
I've seen
Maybe
people
I'm.
in BA debate this too, that he's not the speed of light, even though he is light. But and I had such a long debate about it. It was such a
I
long
really
debate.
wish Oda would just come out and confirm that, like once and for all.
He never. He said he's the speed of light. Mark Kizaru himself said he's the speed of light. He said, "Have you ever been kicked at
Yeah.
the speed of light?"
I mean, yeah, that's true. I'm just saying. I think it's
Okay.
possible. I think it's possible that after Kaido is taken down, Luffy will have grown so much from this fight that he might actually be able to take on Kizaru to some capacity. Like maybe not like have like a high diff fight with him and like be able to injure him to some degree.
Remember, when I said last chapter, that Luffy is a low tier admiral level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he probably will be at least mid tier admiral level, which is like mid diff admiral.
I think he should at least be able to. I think he should at least be able to fight an admiral 1-on-1 and do decently. Like, I mean, if Marco's not the speed of light and he could kick Kizaru, I don't see any reason why Luffy, couldn't just use his future sight. Maybe it gets better as he's fighting.
I mean, there's characters apparently that are faster than the speed of light. One Piece.
Now that's crazy.
I mean,
Who do we
apparently
think?
because there's characters who are probably faster than Kizaru.
So I
Because
guess
it was like a movie. I mean, it was like a movie or something, but it was like someone who like was able to react to Kizaru, and it's like, how you so fast? And I'm talking about with hockey. With hockey, he was just able to be as fast as Kizaru. Like, it was a movie, but
Rayleigh already did that. Rayleigh used observation hockey most likely to keep up with him.
yeah. So it's like it is. So you know what? Actually, probably the case. It's probably a case where the characters aren't the speed of light, but they're close to it, right? And with hockey, it just makes them on that level.
It's kind of similar to how a Jedi can't move at the speed of light, but they can block like blaster bolts from a
Yeah.
from a gun.
Yeah, but what I was saying earlier, though, to completely explain my point, is that what I was saying was not the fact that he isn't the speed of light, but I was arguing that he is the speed of light, but he can control that speed. Like, he's not always going at speed.
Yeah, that's
man,
probably the case.
And man, I had to switch to the laptop. Or my phone was getting hot. So.
To be honest with you,
I
Luffy
feel
with
you, Loner.
Yeah.
Luffy with Gear's second,
Yeah.
could potentially be fast enough to fight the likes of Kizaru.
Right now?
I mean after the arc. Because I'm assuming that the whole Hockey Bloom thing that grows for the duration of a fight against a really strong opponent who's stronger than you. And Kaido is still significantly stronger than Luffy. So that has to give him a significant amount of growth.
Yeah.
I believe post Wano, he could probably tangle with an admiral.
Oh yeah.
Well, but I would say that the admiral would win though.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? Maybe it would be like a tag team. Maybe it would be like a 2-on-1. Maybe it would be Zoro and Luffy versus an admiral.
Yeah, well, that could work.
I mean, that might be a bit overkill, but who knows?
I mean, Luffy is going to have to at least be faster than speed of light by the end of the series, because I've always had it set up for Sanji going against Kizaru.
I'd say that, but the man has had no hockey growth.
Who, Sanji?
Yeah.
That's cap.
The dude specializes in observation. He can't even use future sight. How's he gonna fight a light speed?
He specializes in observation, exactly.
Yeah, but just because he specializes in something like doesn't mean he can't still like grow in his own way.
Okay,
I
so
believe
if you
end of so so
okay,
end of series. We're gonna put Sanji Admiral level, but Zoro slightly above, and then Luffy like probably a little bit above him. So
yeah,
all three of them are possibly gonna be around Admiral level. So so we already know, but that in One Piece, people grow at a tremendous rate. So
mhm,
so like even though like portrayal and like feats are like gonna be all over the place. All of the straw hats are gonna like grow even if you don't see it, even if it's off screen or talked about. Well, they are well still going to grow. So
right.
Yeah, that's why. That's why
yeah,
I that's why I've always kind of like not always, but I've one time thought about the idea of hey, Blue Pineapple, bro. It's been a minute, bro. It's been a minute, bro. How you doing, bro? But that's a tuber. If y'all don't know, we had a live stream together and stuff,
oh,
and
okay, cool.
cool dude. But yeah, if anybody wanted to join, y'all know y'all could just hit me up for the link. But yeah, what was I saying? Shoot, I forgot what I was saying. Um, shoot, I forgot what I was saying. I lost my track of mind now.
I don't. I
Oh,
guess. I
here's
guess.
a question.
What's up?
Oh, here's a question. Where do you think the bottom trio is going to be in the
Oh yeah, yeah,
series?
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. My bad, bro.
Commander
My bad,
level?
bro. My
Uh,
bad, bro. I just remember what I was gonna say. I was gonna say I had a dot before that Chomper was gonna fight Jack and win.
um,
Ooh, ooh, that's gonna be tough for Chopper.
I think it would have to be Chopper and Jinbei for
And
that
the
to work.
That would
reason
be
why I said
tough.
that the reason why I said that is because that goes back to your point, Lauren, that even if we don't see them grow, that they will become stronger. And
Yeah,
I think by the end of Wano at least, that Chomper, or at least a little bit after Wano, that Chomper will get like on Jack's level.
Okay, I could potentially see that.
So, so do you see the weakling trio being around third commander level end of series or what?
At least.
Yeah, probably because they tanked attacks from like Usopp tanked the attack from Ullata in page one, right?
Yeah,
And page one had fought against Race Sanji. So if Nami and Usopp can tank, I mean they just have high durability though, especially Usopp. Don't forget that legendary
yeah.
1 ton don't forget that legendary 1 ton hammer scene. But yeah, so
Well,
there's that.
it's interesting you bring up Usopp because he's the only he's the fourth member of the original pre-time skip crew to awaken hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one else has, and I don't really count Jinbei because I mean he's had that. Like he's a new straw hat. So I'm talking about like the veteran. So I would say that Usopp, based upon that, will probably be fourth or fifth strongest. I see him being probably. I want to say it's possible that he could
After
surpass
Frankie?
Jinbei. I'd definitely say the end of series Usopp's going to be above Frankie. Definitely,
Let's go.
definitely. Just because I mean his dream is one thing. The fact that even though it's observation hockey, it still is a form of hockey that he's awakened, and Frankie doesn't have. I mean, none of the other Straw Hats outside of Jinbei And obviously, the Monster Trio don't have Hockey Awakened. So I don't think Oda would have given that to Usopp if he wasn't trying to use that as an indicator of, strength among the crew.
He's gonna need something against Van Auger.
Honestly,
mean,
I was thinking he could just get better pop greens.
I've always had said that Usopp was he was like Monster Trio, but not Monster Trio because Usopp has some of the most goated moments in the series. Some people may laugh at that, but he does. You know what I'm saying?
He's a tactician.
Yeah, Usopp's a really dope character, man. I feel like a lot of people do see that now. Some people still try to overrate the god, but
Ever since that became part of his epithet, I've started to hate Usopp because I'm tired of those freaking jokes.
Man, you hate characters easily, bro. You know that?
No, I like Usopp. I just don't like this whole, oh, I'm gonna call him God Usopp, and now the fan base is not gonna stop being able to help themselves whenever Usopp is mentioned. They gotta call him stronger than everybody because he's got the epithet of God now. Like, come on.
That's like just the Straw Hats. So like I like Brooks got that Soul King thing, and then like people like, oh, Soul King, and then like Sanji has like the Vince Smoke fanboys pining over him. So it's like it's just
Yeah,
comedy stuff.
I guess I'd preferred if Usopp's title was God something, like not just straight up God Usopp. Like if he was Usopp, like
God
what were we gonna say?
Terrible or something.
No, no, not God of Snipers. Like Forest God because of the pop greens being plants, or like Woodland God, or something that sounds a little bit more interesting than just God.
It was really dang God Usopp.
Like I would have preferred if Oda called him Battle God Usopp.
Battle God Usopp.
Or War God Usopp.
Nah.
You know who would be nasty with hockey?
Who?
Robin.
Yes.
I mean, all those hands having armaments and coming at you at once. Yeah, that'd be pretty freaking terrifying.
Dragon for 2 years. Not gonna get to it. I ain't gonna get to it.
I mean, honestly.
And now, Frankie.
So is Dragon a fraud too?
He would be a beast.
So is Dragon a fraud too?
I mean,
him. Yeah, he's probably a fraud.
I don't know. I mean.
Nah, to me, Dragon is top 2 in the series, but I am welcome to the whole fraud memes and stuff.
If anyone's a fraud, it's probably Sabo because he's the one that probably would have ended up training.
Wait, why is Sabo a fraud though?
Do you really think that Dragon, the busy revolutionary leader, is going to be able to train Robin one-on-one?
So you're saying Sabo just hold Robin?
Or Koala. I mean, she couldn't have tried teaching her some fisherman karate or basic martial arts or something?
Man.
Like, you have all these revolutionaries there, and you couldn't even at least throw her a bone and teach her a freaking death wink?
I remember someone saying Dragon's gonna be like Mr. Satan.
Oh God! Could you imagine that?
Gets one shot every time.
He should. Oh my God! Now I'm imagining the music. Da, 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 and Dragon shows up and he's like, "All right, revolutionaries, let's get in there and kick some tail."
I need to see that parody now because man, people especially been saying that since they saw him sweating about the whole Sabo dance, and he's too scared to show up in the ring. But
it'd be hilarious. He does
straight shook.
He does that, and freaking Aka Inu doesn't even use his magma. He just jumps in the air and just regular punches Dragon in the face and just knocks him out in one hit.
And it'd be funny if like the whole weather thing was just like somebody else in his group had a weather fruit and he's just like looking serious and put on the act.
All this time, Dragon was, it'd be really crazy. The Dragon that we think we know, it's all just an illusion. And then when the illusion goes away, he looks a lot different.
He's just like a super skinny, just like I don't know, like just some funny looking character or something. Like
he looks like Luffy, but he's super overweight and weak.
Yeah, like the jacket fruit.
No, he's like Luffy if Luffy was morbidly obese and had like a long beard and long hair.
What if he had this same like? What if it was like he had this same like tough looking face, but it was on like a midget body or something like?
Plot twist: Blackbeard's actually Luffy's father.
To be fair, it is possible that I do think he is actually strong, but I do kind of get people's point when they say, well, being the most wanted man doesn't automatically mean that you're probably the strongest man.
Oh no, it definitely doesn't.
You could be most wanted. You said what?
I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying it definitely doesn't.
I do think he's top 2 in the series. You know, my head canon. He's second strongest, and that Imp Sama is the god of the verse. That's my head canon.
All I'm gonna say is this. After you've finished, I'll say something.
But yeah, of course, like most dangerous. I mean, not most. He's not even most dangerous, man. He's the most wanted, man. You could be the most wanted for like. There's plenty of drug dealers who probably can't win a street fight to save their ass, you know.
Yeah, but we don't have Baki in our world.
Yeah, like Walter White. No offense. I mean, Walter White was actual badass for different reasons, but this.
I'm totally going to create a fan character that's inspired by Walter White, and I'm going to put him in a One Piece fanfic and like give him a devil fruit and stuff, and just make him ridiculous.
A dragon wasn't mentioned by Kaido either. So Dragon wasn't mentioned by Kaido, and Mihawk wasn't mentioned by Kaido. The 2 characters who are both called frauds by a lot of people sometimes.
Man, I mean, Kaido can't fight everybody.
Yeah,
you can't. And plus, then you have an argument. Was it you or Loner who stated that he's just talking about pirates up there?
Yeah, pirates that honestly, it's probably got something to do with the fact that Luffy has a lot of things in common with most of those characters we saw behind him. Now,
man, I'm sorry, but yeah, Zoro was really trying to kill Kyle. Decapitation claw. I ain't really reading that.
I mean, yeah,
or that whole meme with the rooftop kid and then rooftop law and then rooftop.
Oh my god,
that's Lord child.
You know what I can honestly see happening now that I think about it. If they defeat Kaido and like he actually gets defeated and he's knocked out, wouldn't that cause Onigashima to just literally crash down?
Huh.
I mean,
it's gonna be like a gag, like, oh, we didn't think that far ahead.
No, it's gonna be one of those things where, I mean, this is gonna sound crazy, but they defeat Kaido and it ends up killing like a lot of people at Wano, and like Luffy maybe gets labeled as like an evil man for doing that. Like not in the Wano people's minds, but maybe the rest of the world. It gets manipulated in the news to where Luffy staged all that to kill a bunch of people at Wano, and then maybe they start like considering him being as evil as Blackbeard or something.
Big news.
Yeah, that's like
Luffy just murdered like millions of Wano Knights.
That would be super sad that happened.
But that's like Avengers 2, like how that giant like mountain just was like dropping out of the sky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the Avengers got blamed for that.
I mean, Luffy did release a bunch of prisoners out in the world, so.
I mean, honestly, But I'm gonna say what I was originally going to say. I definitely think Dragon is strong, but I do agree that it's been over exaggerated a little. So I do think he's at least top 10, at least, probably higher. But I do think his, wanted level, so to speak, has kind of elevated him higher than he should be, like strength wise. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, in
possible.
the One Piece world, you'd have to be somewhat strong to be able to. I mean, we know he's probably, had some role in training some of the revolutionaries. We know he's most likely trained Sabo to some extent. So, I mean, that would kind of already suggest that the man has to be strong. And then there's also the fact that he's from the same family as Luffy and Garp, and they're both.
Yeah.
I mean, Luffy's not at the level of Garp yet, but we know eventually he will be.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll probably surpass his grandfather, but that's a different. I personally think he's going to surpass Roger, as crazy as that's going to sound.
No, that's not
Probably
crazy.
will.
Maybe not within the series, but like if they did like a little mini, like another time skip before the final chapter and just gave you like a longer final chapter and showed a fight and all that stuff, then I think he'll. But who really knows?
I mean, technically, he's doing more than Roger, but he more or less had a shortcut.
Well, Luffy also started much earlier than Roger.
Yeah,
Roger was like 20. He was already 20 at least when he started his journey. And I mean, who one thing I really want to know is how did the Roger Pirates like learn about hockey?
I'm finna end the stream soon.
Yeah, that's good.
But we can still talk about One Piece afterward. But I just want to bring up one more thing about the chapter. And then I'm finna end the stream. I really noticed how much I didn't really pay attention to like the techniques that much. Like the whole I think that's a new technique with Big Mom, like the Prometheus spitting fire, like
It
heavily
is.
bonbons.
Yep.
And yeah, Resource style, Ren Goku, Omni Girl, he used that for. I don't remember that decapitation claw. That was from Killer. I'm
Yeah.
tripping. That was from Killer. I was saying it was from Kid. And yeah, okay. Well, I got all the techniques down. So y'all want to say any more words in this chapter? Then we can end it and we can just talk about whatever random topic in One Piece.
I'll let
well,
you go first, Loner, and then I'll say something.
the only thing that I want to say is peep the Spider-Man poster, dog. That's clean.
Oh yeah, hold on. Where is that? Yeah, let's see. Yeah.
Oh well, actually, I was talking about the other one
Oh,
on
dang.
to
I don't
your
see my all
left.
wrong. Is that one right there?
I won't actually be able to see it because it's
Actually,
frozen.
the one behind you,
Bro, I just showed the one
the
behind me. The
classic one,
Kobe.
the classic Spider-Man one.
Yeah, I showed this one.
Not that one. The
They
one
both they both Spider-Man 3.
like directly behind you.
Man, I'm
Yeah.
serious. I just can't. You're talking about Spider-Man, and I can't get static out of my head. I was like I said, I was just watching a bunch of clips, and I'm like, oh, the nostalgia.
But yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that one behind you, the red and yellow.
Oh, that. Yeah.
Yeah. That one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the real Spider-Man there.
Yeah, man. I got this like when I
Wait,
was like
which Spider-Man is it
years
of?
ago.
Which
The
Spider-Man is it?
That's the Joe Perry Spider-Man.
Yeah, but which one, Miles or Peter?
Peter from the 90s.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, the
man.
90s animated series or a comic?
Yes, yeah, the 90s animated.
Oh my god, I love that show.
Yeah,
I still gotta get me a One Piece shirt, man. I look like I'm disrespecting One Piece wearing Naruto shirt on One Piece Street.
I don't even have a One Piece shirt. I just have a One Piece lanyard.
oh man.
Um, but the thing that I was gonna say is, Law, where the hell are the new attacks? Is that seriously all you have? Is the same stuff you used at Dressrosa? You haven't
Hey,
learned
Oh,
anything
attacks.
new?
The tech
listen.
Yeah,
attack. Yeah.
like
Has he had time to train?
I mean, I would hope he trained somewhat to go up against freaking Kaido.
Fair,
I
fair.
thought he could have used like at least a gamma knife or
Yeah,
like injection shot at least or
I was
something.
I was saying I think the reason why he didn't is probably because Kaido's way too fast. He'd probably just dodge out of the way.
Yeah.
I mean, because Trable, when he hit Trable, he was pretty freaking slow. Like, if I'm maybe I'm remembering things wrong. So I think with Law, he also probably has to get pretty close to you to. I mean, especially the Gamma knife, because doesn't he actually have to cut you with it? Like,
He
he
has to
actually has to
like
hit
hit
you.
your stomach with it or something like.
Yeah,
He has
I
had
don't,
to
I don't,
physically attack Law, I believe, with it.
I don't think he's getting that close enough to Kaido unless he just like creates a island sized room and just starts teleporting all over the place.
I mean, Kaido can't stitch up his organs, so we don't know
Who
what
knows?
the Gamma Knife is doing to him.
Who knows? Maybe that's what Law's going to do. He's going to make a room like large enough to cover the entirety of the roof, and then just teleport all over the place and gamma knife him from the back.
Gamma Knife him from the back. Like a joke can be made there, but
I mean, there probably is one.
but yeah, man. I mean, this chapter was pretty good, bro. It's definitely better than last chap. I seen someone say something. I forgot where it was at. But they were saying if this was chapter 1,000, they would have liked it a lot more.
Oh, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. We'll see where it goes from here, though. You know, hopefully none gets off screen from this.
I'd be so PO'd.
I have a feeling that we're gonna see what the other Straw Hats are finna be doing next chapter.
Ugh, don't
And then
do
we're
it,
gonna
Oda.
come back to this.
Don't do it,
But
Oda.
I feel like they're gonna take my prediction I had earlier. As I already said it, was they're gonna take down at least probably one Yonko. I don't want them to do it, but I feel like they are going to. It depends on how many acts we got because I mean we're not in all the acts of a play, but Oda might not even do that, which which would kind of be disappointing in a way because of the fact that Oda usually likes his symbolism to represent what's going on. But yeah, man,
Yeah.
peace like a stripe. Oh, stay tuned for next one. I get this chapter 8 out of 10, I guess. But yeah, peace.
And subscribe to Z Boy
Yeah, check out Loner, man. He had a interesting stream with I keep forgetting his name.
Silvers.
Silvers, yeah. That's also in my Discord, by the way. I have a Discord, by the way. Discord should be in the description. And then that nature cat. I don't know when he get in the channel, but
Right.
he's chilling. You know what I'm saying? He's chilling around Discord. Shout out to cat.
Right.
One of the right hands of the Discord. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to J Wolf. Shout out to all the mods. Shout out to everybody who usually don't come around, but they came around to support the boy. You know what I'm saying?
Jay Wolf's in here?
J Wolf? No, he's in the chat.
Oh, okay.
He was in the chat.
Jay Wolf. Okay.
Shout out to shout out to everybody, man. Grand, freaking all new people and people who probably haven't been here, man. CA analysis, full XY. Shout out to everybody, bro. Shout out to yeah, man. Shout out to everybody. So yeah, peace, like stripe. All right, stay tuned for next one.
Peace.
I almost forgot. I gotta pull this up. I started doing this when I get into streams now.
And then one of these days, I'm gonna do my review. I've been procrastinating on my Wonder Woman review.
This man really just self and stream. I feel you though. I feel you. I see what you did there. You ain't
I mean,
slick.
I didn't care. I
He's
didn't
like,
care.
right before this stream. I feel you though. I feel you. But
oh no, that's cool.
so
To
let
be
me-
continued.
yeah, this is what I always do now. All right, 3, 2, 1. We out. Peace like strike.